Second step, which you do, you have to have a plan, financial plan. Now the question is, who wants to make $1 million within 20 years? Okay, what about other?
Who doesn't want?
$10 million. Who
Ask
wants to
who
make $10
doesn't
million?
want.
Now, why $1 million is like a magical amount for a lot of people in different countries. I travel in Ireland, it would be 1 million euros, in Russia 1 million rubles, and whatever, for whatever reason. Probably in Japan they don't make 1 million because it's too low, right? So they want like
They make every
billion, right? So
They make every day.
in currency. But then anyway, I want to show you a compounding formula because majority of people, they think that, oh, it's unreachable because I don't have enough income or I don't kind of have all this knowledge to how to invest and etc. etc. And I'm going to show you how easy to do it when you know how to allocate money and create even small interest on your investment. Now, if you start saving for 20 years and never take your money, in 20 years you will have $1 million. Now, is it good or not?
Good.
Kind of if you can put $4,000, right? Now, if you invest only 0.5% a month, this amount goes to $2,000. What does it mean? That you put $2,000 today, then next month, and then this $2,000 generate to 0.5%, and you keep this interest which you make in the business. And then this 0.5% which you generated, so it would be $100 from the first month, will give you another like
Compound
50 cents,
interest.
and that will start compounding. Okay, in this case you need to put only $2,000. Now, if you invest with 1% return on investment, it's $1,000. So some people say it's 12% a year. It's reality, it's a bit more because it's compounding. It becomes bigger. Okay, but $1,000. Can you put $1,000? In Australia, it's really easy. In Russia, it's much more difficult, especially like people in Russia get about $300 to $500 monthly income. So it's more difficult for them. But if you do 2% a month, so $171. Now,
So what is the 2%? I don't understand.
so if you, for example, we looked at today trade,
Yeah.
how much you made? 3.3% for 16 days. We're looking at 2% a month. So it's like 3 times less than we saw today. So if you make 2%, so for example, if you put let's say $1,000, 2% it would be $20 profit on your investment within a month. So if you put $1,000, made $20, next month you put another $1,000, and then you have $1,020 from the previous month, which you invest as well, and you're already making 22% from the new $1,000 and from $1,020, and it start growing. You understand? Yes. So that's how it works. And if you keep doing 2% per month, you need only $171 to allocate, not $4,000, only $171. Now, a lot of people they spend this over a weekend. If you go with kids out, cinema, movie, like 2 of us were going to cinema. $70, boom, gone. If you have kids, probably that amount will be gone. And we don't drink, also, and some people go and if they drink, that's it. So it's probably the amount is quadruple. Now, Warren Buffett profit on pure value investing, the first part which I showed you, average, it's about 24% annual. Annual. So his profitability varied from, let's say, about 9%, sometimes it was flat in crisis time, up to nearly 150% annually. But in average, if you take it, it's about 24%.
No, but if you go with the put option,
If you do call options on the top of that,
yeah,
it's extra.
sell options here.
Yeah,
So if you invest $100,000 with the sell option, how much you can generate
up to 60%.
a month,
A year.
a year, 60%.
Yeah.
That's good.
If you get 5%, and on the top of that, if you have capital growth on the top of that, so that's what you can get. Okay, it can vary. If you generate 60% on options, and then you have capital loss, for example, even 30% on the capital loss, but you still generated 50-60% on an option premium. So you cover your loss, and at the end of the year, you have like 20% profit. So that's why the importance of combining these two strategies, value investing and options, in a proper way. You have to know when to do this strategy, because you're told that the price can fall and then it can rise instantly. You have to know when it falls, don't sell option, because let it rise and then sell option, okay? And you use it by technical analysis. So you have to look at psychology of the market and which issue, how to identify it, how to understand it.
So you can still make those returns in this current market with the volatility of everything
goodness.
that's happening.
We made so much money within the last week just by putting money on this Brexit.
So,
It's just unbelievable. Like when Russian companies were collapsing, I don't know if I have it here, but I'll show you now. So, and Yandex, we made so much money just on a move. We don't sell options there. We sold options eventually, but we made 3 times a huge return because of influence of US and Europe on the Russian companies. It was amazing. I mean, and it's so simple to understand. I'll explain you maybe in the future. So, but then if you use $25 compounded with 3%, you'll get to the same level. But the key is here to keep doing it month after month after month after month after month. And the first 5 years, return was really small. And then it starts compounding pretty quickly. Okay, and for every one of you, it could be different age, like period. Because if you can put $25 only, that's 20 years will take. But if you put $100,000, it's much faster.
But how much you have deposit? Like every month you have deposit $1,000?
No, in this case, $25 each month. Yes, for 20 years.
Oh,
And that's
$25 each
Yeah.
month
Each month, yeah,
for 20 years.
for 20 years.
So like $50 will be
So if you
10
put
years?
if you put more money, and you generate same 3% return, the amount would be much faster.
If I put $50 will be in 10 years get 1 million?
Each what?
You put $25, take 20 years to create 1 million, right?
So you have to have a higher rate of return if you put $5.
yeah, it's just I put 50, it's double now.
If you put 50,
So with 10 years,
probably 10, yeah, maybe less. You can calculate it. You can download the compounded formula calculator on the Apple Store, or
So where is this like strategy you can use?
you can use any strategy, but you need to understand that even if you put small amount of money and learn how to make your money work for you instead of you working for money, eventually you get to this point. Imagine 20 years ago somebody came and told you the strategy. 20 years ago.
And now you'll be sitting on.
Now you'll be sitting on $1 million and will be happy. Do you think that in 20 years' time you won't want to have $1 million?
Yeah, but you can't start this strategy with $25.
Yeah, brokers wouldn't allow you. Basically, yes, $25. You have to keep it and then to put it at least $500 in order to do that.
What's
Yeah.
the minimum amount that you would recommend you start with?
You depends on the broker which you choose. Depends on the commission of this. Some brokers they, for example, if you have 100 shares only, they discount the commission. It would be $1 in commission. But some brokers, if you put, let's say $1,000 or $10,000, they still charge you $16.
So you don't have a recommended broker?
We have few brokers here which you can deal with. It's one of the Option Express. Pretty good. They have office here in Australia. Another interactive broker, which personally I prefer. And we have few US brokers. So if you want to go directly to US broker and work with them. You know.
But so what's the, sorry, did I miss it? What was it, what's the minimum, is there a minimum that you have to start with?
I like probably
Like a
two
minimum
and a
to
half
start with your
grand,
account?
like 2,500 would be just for
Is that
the
US or is that?
US. I'm talking US.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
about 4,000.
3,500 Australian dollars, yeah, something like that. You know, the good start that you feel it straight away could be 10K, okay, US. And but I know, like my students, they start some of them from like that amount of money, $2,000, but some of them 300,000 to $500,000. It depends on personality because I don't know your circumstances. Right? Maybe you're flooded with money, and some people put straight away. I know one guy. He contacted me from Russia. I didn't know him personally, but he knew my friend, and my friend asked for him. Igor, can you help him because he didn't speak English to translate what buy and power means and all this kind of stuff there. So I went to his account. He just started trading $270. I thought, wow. For Russia, it's just gazillion Australian dollars. I mean, it's really, really a lot. And I talked to this guy. Guy is so smart. Was asking questions, like really, really good questions. 45 days later, he texted me, Igor, I don't understand. They sent me invoice. Can you explain me this? Blah blah blah. So I logged into his account again. $330,000. I said, why? I charged this guy too little for the program, for education, because he made $50,000 just within 45 days. For Russia, imagine that if average person makes about $500. For him, like, he left the company, he was CEO of some kind of company, and the electrical company, so he left this company and started doing it full time. He's so smart, he's still doing it. You know, sometimes we just chat and talk about it, but that's the way people can make money. So it depends on your level, on your confidence, because I know some people, they put $1,000 and they're scary, like it's frightening. So put the amount which you're confident with, okay, and then you start doing it. And when you're confident with this amount, increase it, add it more, then add it more, and something like that. And at a certain level, start taking dividends, but don't take everything. So if you made $5,000, take half of it, 2.5, keep 2.5 for growth. That's the way it works. Yeah. So what's your choice?
What is CFD? Do you recommend that?
No, CFD.
Oh.
It's a leverage product. So